Right now it's 5 o'clock in the evening. It's slightly chill. I think it's 24 degrees or something. It's cool. I wanted to make a video in the afternoon when it was slightly warmer. The sun is up and get a little bit of my vitamin D. But then I had too many clients, too many. Especially with this year-end offer. Okay. Now, and you know me, when there is money on the table, someone comes to me with money, that's more important. This YouTube is more like a hobby, something that I love, but work is work. Given the fact that I wanted to make the video in the afternoon, but I ended up making it in the evening, even though I wanted to make it, is because of money. Because money is important. But now the question here is, if you would ask me many years ago, Loy, would someone pay you money to talk to you? Would someone pay money for your advice, for your expertise, or for your opinion? Would someone pay you money for your opinion? Or I would look at you and pay money for my opinion for what? Pay money for, the only thing that I was aware of is people would pay me money for DJing, being a DJ, because I was a DJ from the age of 20, for parties and all, not a club kind of DJ. I was an anchor for events where I would charge $150 for the whole night, standing and talking and, entertaining people. Come on, put your hands up. And, a wedding. Oh, we would like to welcome the bride, and we would she looked at him, and now they will cut the cake and, play games and, all those silly stuff. So that was more like as an entertainer. But that was nothing got to do with my expertise or opinion and I never knew that there was a market for all this. Now, this video is not about convincing you, hey, listen, you start charging people for your opinions. If you can, that would be great. And do I believe that there is a market that would pay for your opinions and money? Yes. In a very small way, when you post something on YouTube, you get paid small cents. For every 1,000 views, you get maybe $1 or something. But the purpose of this video is not to tell you that charge a certain amount of money. That is, if you want, I'll make a separate video on that. The purpose of this video is to tell you, I think you need to assign a value for your time. See, because when I speak to people, obviously people are taking my advice, but my time is being used. That's why if someone says, Loy, I want to speak to you. Okay. These are my charges. 1 hour. Okay, so much. 30 minutes, so much. 15 minutes, so much. Even an email. If someone says, Loy, I would like your opinion on this, I charge them for an email. Because there my time goes. So now, maybe, you're happy with your job, your life. You're getting good salary. Why should you charge? You'll be like, I find that too silly. I perfectly understand that. But you must pay attention to this. You must be aware of what is your value per hour. Why? The reason for this is when you are aware of what is your value per hour, you will carefully think how you spend your time. For example, I'll give you a small example. Let's assume that you assign $100 an hour for your time, $100 per hour for your time. Okay. Now let's assume someone says, "Hey man, listen, can you help me? Or someone tells you in the house, listen, just do this, fix the sink." Now you can do it by yourself. You can fix the sink, or you can ask somebody else to do it. If you try to fix the sink and it takes 1 hour of your time, okay, that means you spent $100 to fix the sink. But if you call a plumber and he says, "I'll do it for $10, $15, it's a small job, easier for me." So by paying him $10, you are able to save $100 of your time in doing something worthwhile, which is worth $100. You could read a book, you could network with someone, you could earn some money. However, the problem with our mentality is, why to spend $10? I'll do it. And people don't respect themselves. I'll give you another example. Let's say cleaning the house, washing the clothes, doing housework. Now, to be honest with you, there's a great amount of blessing. It's very therapeutic, at least I've realized, when you clean your own house, when you clean your own table. However, there are a lot of household chores which I refuse to do, like cooking. Sometimes I might do it as fun thing. Cooking, cleaning, washing, maintenance. Where that comes, I don't do it by myself. Instead, I pay somebody to do it. Now, why do I do this? The reason being is, I can pay someone, let's say, $10, $20, whatever, $30 to do it for a whole month, once a week. Okay, I'm giving an example. But if I were to do the same and I evaluate my time, let's say I charge, again, $100 an hour, the amount of time that would be spent in these 4 weeks would not be $30 an hour. It would be $400 or $800. So isn't it better I generate this income by focusing on my own self-development, by maybe networking with someone big, by doing a worthwhile project, and then assign this task to somebody else? Isn't my time more important? And then when you calculate it in this manner, sometimes when you will have, let's say someone calls you for a cup of coffee, someone calls you on a date, someone calls you, let's just go out and have fun, or spend time, or just for a meeting, they would say, why don't you come down for a meeting? You'll calculate, $100 is my time, okay, $100 an hour. Dressing up might take half an hour. Traveling might take another half an hour. 1 hour is gone. Sitting, talking to the guy, 1 hour. Okay, nothing would be finalized. It's just a meeting, we're talking. Coming back is another half an hour. And dressing up, taking off clothes and dressing up house clothes, another half an hour. So total 1, 2, 3 hours you spend. So now $300. Would you spend $300 to meet with this man, to talk to him? I doubt you would do that. Instead, you say, why should I spend $300? You just tell me what you want. You'd get to the point. You would have a Zoom session. So when you are aware of how much your time is per hour, mentally, you'll start respecting yourself much more. Every activity that you do, whether it is going outside to eat food, selling something online, or selling something, basically involving yourself with their time, effort. Let's say you bought something for a certain sum of money, and now you want to sell it secondhand. You're selling it for, let's say, $100, but the amount of headache of bargaining with people, talking to people, and all. Sometimes it's better just bloody get rid of it. Yeah, that's why for me, when I have to sell off my used items, I don't give it for free. I sell it at a throwaway price because I don't want the time, effort, and money, the headache invested in this. Rather, I might generate more income, right? So when you start thinking of yourself in this manner, when you start assigning a value for your time, you'll respect yourself more, you'll value your time much more. You will have a complete paradigm shift. Otherwise, you'll just be like a loafer. You'll be like, anyone calls you for a movie, you'll go. Cup of coffee, you'll go. Hey, let's have a meeting, you'll meet. You'll never grow, man. Because remember one thing, money comes, money goes. But there's one resource which you, and this is a fact, you can never get back time. Never, ever, ever. Think of this year. This is 2022. It's getting over. And we are in December right now. Today is what, 25th? You'll never get this year again. You'll never get all the years, all the time, all the money, all the time that you spend with meetings. Just imagine, like, I was listening to Warren Buffett's one interview. He was saying the commute, traveling. He's saying, I bought a house and a workplace which was very near, just walking distance, like hardly few steps or whatever. So he said, if I had to go to an office, it would take maybe 35 minutes. He's saying, I've been doing this for nearly 60 years. So 60 years into 365, that is, 365 days into 60 years into 35 minutes. I was just calculating, shit, how much time he has saved because of this. That is why sometimes it's better to buy a house closer to your office where you avoid the commute time. Your time is money. You need to assign a value for it. And when you assign a value, will you only come to know the value of doing it. That is why cooking your own food or spending time with relatives, friends, and I'm not saying don't do it. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. That doesn't mean friends and family are all bad. But when you assign a value to your time, you'll realize its true meaning. That is why you'll really respect and value yourself and do things sensibly. Otherwise, you'll just go with the flow and then who cares? Anyway, you let me know your thoughts. Do you think you should assign a value for your time? And yeah, I always get asked this question. What should be the value of my time? How do I assign a value? A very simple equation I'll give you. Whatever is your salary, if you're an employee, if you're someone new, whatever salary you're getting per month, let's say, for the purpose of calculation, let's say you get, $22,600 for the sake of calculation in 30 days. So out of that, 4 days is a holiday. So let's assume you're working 6 days a week. So 26 days you're working, you earn $2,600. So that's $100 per day. Then if you divide by number of hours, let's say number of hours that you work is 10 hours. I'm just making this for the purpose of calculation. So number of hours a day you work 10 hours. So you divide 100 by 10. So $10 an hour is your value. So obviously there you can say, oh, $10 is too less. I would give my time for $20. Fine, you're right. Whatever the value is. And then start evaluating life like that. I'm telling you, you'll not be the same person. You'll definitely change. Try this, what I've recommended to you. And I'm telling you, once you give value for your time, you'll respect yourself much more. You'll take yourself more seriously. And then when people want to take advantage of you or your time, you'll say, I'm sorry, can't. And there is great power in saying no and limiting those people who have access to you. Anyway, this is all I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, good, bad, ugly. If you agree, disagree with me, I'd love to know what you think. You guys take care. We'll be signing off.